Hey everyone, it's the Gadget Guru. This is gonna be a after report of my YCS Anaheim trip. Basically, I went down there with three friends to go and play in the Shonen. I wanted to have some fun, see what my gadget deck would do. Because everyone's saying this format is ridiculous. This format is ridiculous. It's all OTKs or samurai or blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, you know what? I'll go down with my gadget deck and see how it does. Before I went down there, I was trying to find tech to put in my gadget deck. I was testing different things. Some people suggested different things. Um, I ended up going with a lot of very different build than actually what I started with. Ironically enough, I mean, I took out most of the cards I thought were good tech when I got there because they ended up not being good tech and they ended up starting to hurt me in games. So it was a bit ironic about how that happened. But I went down there. I went down there Thursday. I did playtesting, 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 playtesting. I I I and like five friends playtested till 4 a.m. in the morning. We had to get up at 11 the next day for the tournament, but I stayed up till 5 a.m. in the morning playtesting. So and by the time I went to bed, I was confident. My guide deck was running smooth as ever. It was 2-0ing every deck I versed, Samurai, Fish, Monarchs, it didn't matter. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Occasionally I'd lose a game, obviously, but other than that, just pounding it out. So I was very happy about that. Um, I started day one, and I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. Like I was thinking, dude, I don't want to get sacked like first round. I mean, I really don't want to. And I played him, and I played um, Samurai. And I'm like, oh my god, really? But like, I literally shut him down. Every single play, I shut him down. And like at one point, he's sitting there going, oh fuck, he sets Kageki, and he ends turn. And I go, and I'm just like, um, attack? He's like, oh, I had a green, yellow, red, Fossil Banisher. Um, I go, attack? And he goes, okay. I'm like, compulsory for game? He's like, compulsory? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I was looking through his face downs. He's like, activate Solemn? I'm like, uh, bribe? Hi? And he lost. He was just like, what the fuck? I mean, it was so funny because, like, game one, I autopiloted his ass to death. Like, I didn't even try. And then when I side decked, oh my god, I just sat there and Goza match is so broken. Oh my god, I love Goza match. I played Goza match on him, like he literally went special cyber, sync with my two gadgets, grab a fortress, summon Kageki, special Makagamusha, and I went Gozen. He's like, what the fuck? So he chose the cyber, obviously. The other two samurais went to the graveyard, and I shrunk the cyber to a 0 permanently. So he just looked at me and was like, "Oh my god!" I mean, he couldn't believe what like. So I mean, I 2-0'd him and just shut him down. Round two, I versed Frog OTK or Fish OTK or whatever you want to call it. I 2-0'd it. Summoned Fossil Dyna, set 4 back rows. He's sitting there. He can't get Fossil Dyna off the field. He can't win. Literally. I mean, he's scooped because he could not get Fossil Dyna off the field. That's just how it is. Um, so he scoops, um, and we go into game two. And I go summon Barrier Statue of the Inferno. He's like, what? I'm like, it's the same thing as Fossil Dyna. He's like, wow, just fucking wow. I'm like, sorry. He's like, that's so stupid. He drew the Dark Hole, and he drew the Trunade, but I double bribed. So that's all there was to that. So I 2-0'd him. So I was 2-0. I versed Frog Monarch. That's such an easy matchup. Like, Monarchs are slow to begin with, and Gadgets are supposed to be slow. So when I slow them down even more, they're not even doing anything. They're literally sitting there, end turn, end turn, end turn. Like, this Treeborn plus Summoning Curse equals punishment from hell. Like, I played double Summoning Curse on him, and he's like, I can't do anything. I'm like, yeah, Summon Treeborn, remove 2. I mean, he summoned a Monarch like once every 3 turns, but Other than that, he couldn't do anything. Um, and then round four, I versed. Round four was my feature match actually. I versed Samurai, and I 2-0'd it. Boing, gone. And the feature match is on Yu-Gi-Oh!-card.com under the event coverage. I'll probably put a link underneath or whatever. I don't know. But I 2-1'd him. Yeah, I 2-1'd him. And so I went undefeated. I went undefeated until round 7. I lost round 7. And I lost to Samurai. He just got all the outs. Like, he had all the stuff to stop me, so I lost. That's just how it was. He played a good build. He side decked Decree. I didn't see that coming from a Samurai player, and it hurt me so bad. It hurt so bad. He sided in. He's like, Decree. I'm like, what? And dear God, I didn't have a bribe to stop it. So, game 3, I sided in, MST and Twister, and he sided out the Decrees. And I didn't realize that. Like, he sided in 4 cards game 2. And then game 3, he sided out 2. And I figured he sided in something that wasn't going to work. But then I realized he made me side in against anti-Decree when he didn't play Decree. Though the MST and the Twister helped me anyway against the United and the Gateway, so I don't know. But I still lost game 3. But game 3 was very close. Game 3 was very close. So I lost to him. And he's a good player. The next 2 games I went undefeated, so all day, first day I went X1. 8-1. Day 2, I played Frog Monarch, 2-0'd it. Just 2-0. Game over. And then I played Samurai. Oh, same thing. Like, I played him, and I got game 1. Game 2, he came back and got me because he sided in, what do you call it? Valors ended up killing me game 2. I was just like, damn, Valor. And then game 3, like, it was literally neck and neck. And he's like thinking, and he goes, okay, Trap Stun? I'm like, sure. Because I was like, that's fine. Because he had Shien on his side of the field with like 10 counters on Gateway or something. And I really didn't think it was that bad. I was like, I could probably play out of this. I had Fossil Dyna face up. I had Shrink face down. I had double Shrink face down in case he tried to negate with Shien. So he had 10 counters on Gateway. And he was just like, I have a Trap Stun. And I'm like, that's fine. I mean, I couldn't really stop it anyway because I didn't have a bribe, unfortunately. And he's like, okay. He's like, normal summon Kageki. I'm like, okay, so he gets 2 more counters. He's like, special summon Spirit. And I'm like, okay, so he gets 2 more counters. And I'm like, what is he trying to do? Like, I didn't understand it. And then, basically what he did was, what did he do? He went normal, special. Oh yeah, normal, special, and then Gateway had like 12 counters on it, and he removed them all for the first effect. -2 counters until the end phase of this turn. 1 face up 6 Samurai gets 500 attack for each counter removed. And so basically what he did was remove 12 counters, which is plus 3 grand to his fucking Shien. And I was sitting there going, wow. And then he synchroed the Kageki and the Spirit into something else. I think it was... Oh no, he didn't synchro. Yeah, he summoned the Kageki, couldn't special, so he got 10 counters, removed all 10, dropped them onto Shien, and pushed over Fossil Dino. Even if I shrunk, it wasn't enough to stop him from gaming me. That's what it was, because he went normal Kageki, tried to special summon, and then I realized I had Fossil. I'm like, well, you can't special. He's like, okay, so we did some math, and then he's like, okay, remove all 10 counters, buff this dude to like, I don't even know, it was like 5,000 or something. It was a stupid amount. buff him to like a 5 grand and run over a fossil for 38. And I was sitting at like 32, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So that one was so hard because it was such a long game. But props to him, he beat me. So I went X2, and the judge said, every X2 is guaranteed top 32, except for like 2 of them. Well, guess what? I went X2 and got 34th. What are you gonna do? Piss, bitch, and moan? I guess I could, but I'm not gonna. 34th out of 14 people with me running gadgets makes me happy. Would I have liked to top? Oh, hell yes. But I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm going to show you the gadget deck real quick so you guys can see what I ran. And, yeah, so let's get into it. 3 Fossil Dyna. Oh, sorry. Not feeling too well. 3 Banisher of the Radiance. 2 red. 2 green. 2 yellow. That was my monsters. For spells, I ran 2 Shrink. 1 Dark Hole. 2 Smashing. 1 Book of Moon. 1 Monster Reborn. 2 Summoning Curse. I wish to God I made the 3rd. 1 Pot of Avarice. 3 Compulsory Evacuation Device. 3 Jurassic Drop-Off, Godly card. 2 Divine Wrath, broken as hell. Torrential Tribute. Royal Oppression. Solemn Judgment, yay! 2 Bottomless. 3 Dark Bribe, shiny! Yes, I have super bribes. Are you jealous? That's right. 3 Deep Prison. 1 Mind Crush. Oh my god. 1 Mirror Force. 2 Widespread Road. That was the main deck. And now for the side deck. 2 Barrier Statue of the Inferno. 2 Kinetic Soldier. I wish to God I made cited a 3rd. 2 Twister. 2 MST. 2 Big Bird. 2 Trap Hole. And 3 Goes in match. I'll do an in-depth deck review on this and tell you what worked and what didn't and everything. And explain to you what cards did really well and everything. And I'll do that, after this, and I'll break down the whole deck and show you it and, explain some of the combos I got off and stuff like that. The sad part is, I was side decking Trap Holes and Big Burns just for Dragoonity. I didn't verse a single damn Dragoonity player. I'm just like, come on! One of the matchups I'm best prepared for, and I don't even get to verse one. I hate that. Excuse me. But the deck ran marvelously. I mean, like, this deck was just, oh my god. I love this deck. Like, I love it. Like, I mean, I cannot describe to you. Like, the Summoning Curse. I was at the top tables 5-0 playing that card. And when I played it, every single person, even like Billy Brake and Adam Cord, would like turn their head and look at me and go, what the fuck is Summoning Curse? And at one point, I had like 5 people gathered around me trying to read the cards I was playing because they had never seen them. I see the judge come up to me and say, can I see that card? The Summoning Curse. I was like, yeah. He read it. He read the card and went, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, is this a real card? I'm like, yeah. He's like, wow. That's amazing. I'm like, yeah. He's like, good job. I mean, the fact that everyone loved my deck, like everyone on the top tables was just amazed with my deck. They're like, what are you running? What are you running? I mean, none of them could just like comprehend it. So I mean, that made my day. That made my trip. Like in my opinion, best 4 days of my life. Oh my god, I had fun. It was just amazing. So I said after this, I'll make a breakdown of my deck, and I'll try and get those other videos for you up that I recorded. They're kind of messing up right now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but I'll try and get those up for you. All right, bye.